Hello everyone, this is a course to learn the basics of Python. Today we are going to learn about module and package. Here is today's lecture index. We will look at module first and then package. In the first section, we will learn about module. If you write a similar class and function every time you write the Python script, your code will be long and there will be duplicates. In this case, you can take out the common parts and make them into modules and packages. After that, it is convenient to use only the modules and packages without rewriting the code. A module is a file containing functions, variables, or classes. A module can also be said to be a Python file that can be loaded and used by the other Python programs. We use a lot of modules when programming in Python. We can use modules that others have already made, or we can create and use our own. As shown on the screen, create a file mod1.python with only add and sub functions and save it in the C/do-it directory. This mod1 Python file is the module. In other words, all Python files created with the Python extension .python are modules. So, how do we load and use our module in Python? To do this, we first need to know what an import is. Import is a command that allows you to use an already created Python module. Import can only import files in the current directory or modules in the directory where the Python library is stored. A Python library is a Python module that is automatically installed when Python is installed. The basic form of import is import module name. Here, the module name refers only to mod1 with the Python extension removed from mod1 Python. Sometimes, instead of using mod1 add and mod1 sub, you may want to use only the function name without the module name, such as add and sub. In this case, if you use the from module name import module function format, you can directly use the function of the module without attaching the module name. Open a CMD, navigate to the directory where you save mod1 Python file, and run the interactive interpreter. You must go to C/do-it directory where you save mod1 Python file so that the interactive interpreter can read mod1 Python file. To import mod1 Python file, type import mod1. Be careful not to accidentally enter it as import mod1.python file. The modules we've looked at so far include only functions, but they can also include classes and variables. Let's write the file that contains all classes, functions, variables, and name this file mod2.python file and save it in the C/do-it directory. Open a CMD, navigate to the directory where you save mod1 Python file, and run the interactive interpreter. As you can see in the example above, you can use the value of the PyValue variable in the mod2 Python file by typing it like mod2.py. The math class and add function in mod2 Python file can also be used, of course. To use a class in module, you must first enter the module name in front of the class name with a dot operator. Second topic is a package. Here's the definition of the package. Package allow you to manage Python modules hierarchically using dots. For example, if the module name is a.b, A becomes the package name and B becomes the B module of the A package. Let's create a package. First, create game and other subdirectories under the C_do_it directory and make the Python file as follows. And then just create an init.python file in each directory and leave the contents blank for now. Third step is create echo Python file as follows, and create render Python file as follows. Lastly, add the C_do_it directory to the Python path environment variable with the set command in the cmd so that we can refer to the game package we created, and run the Python interpreter. Then let's use our package. The first way is import and execute the echo module, and run it like below. The second way is from, import, and execute up to the directory where the echo module is located, and run it like below. The third way is directly import the echo test function of the echo module and execute. Run it like below. Here's two exercise problems. First, use the time module to print the current date and time in the following format. And second, exercise problem is use the random module to generate lottery numbers. 6 numbers between 1 and 45 with no duplicates. Here's the answer code. Thank you for watching.